Have you ever walked into your bathroom? Everything looks spotless. The sink is shining, the mirror is crystal clear, the floor smells fresh. But the moment you lift that toilet lid, you see those ugly brown or chalky white hard water stains hugging the bowl like they live there rent-free. And no matter how much you scrub, no matter how expensive the cleaner, they just keep coming back. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to remove hard water stains from your toilet bowl in just 5 minutes, with no scrubbing, no harsh chemicals burning your nose, and no expensive tools. And here's the best part. After watching this video, you'll never panic over toilet stains again, even if your toilet is 10, 15, or 20 years old. Stay with me, because the first method is shockingly simple, but the last trick I'll share is what most plumbers don't tell you. Now, let me tell you something that happened in Phoenix, Arizona. A homeowner named Mark had just moved into an older house. The bathroom looked fine during inspection, but within a week, he noticed thick mineral rings forming in the toilet bowl. If you've ever lived in a place like Phoenix, you already know why. Hard water. The water there is packed with calcium and magnesium. Every flush leaves behind tiny mineral deposits. At first, they're invisible. Then they turn into cloudy white film, then brown rings, then crusty buildup that feels like sandpaper. Mark tried scrubbing with a brush. Nothing. He tried a heavy-duty cleaner. Still there. He even thought about replacing the toilet. But the solution? It took less than 5 minutes and cost almost nothing. Before we jump into the hacks, you need to understand what hard water stains actually are. These stains are mineral deposits left behind when water evaporates. The minerals stick to the porcelain surface. Over time, they harden and bond tightly. That's why normal cleaners don't work. They're designed for dirt and bacteria, not mineral rock buildup. So the key is not scrubbing harder, it's dissolving smarter. Now, here's the first and easiest method, and I want you to pay close attention because this is where most people make a mistake. White vinegar. Yes, regular household white vinegar, but not the way you've been using it. Most people pour a little in and flush right away. That does nothing. Here's the correct way. First, turn off the water supply behind your toilet, then flush to lower the water level in the bowl. If there's still water covering the stains, use a cup to remove some. You want the stains exposed. Now, heat your vinegar until it's warm, not boiling, just warm enough to increase its acidity power. Slowly pour the warm vinegar directly over the stained areas. Make sure it fully covers the ring. Then walk away. Don't flush, don't touch it. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes. If the buildup is heavy, let it sit overnight. What's happening during that time is the acetic acid in vinegar is dissolving the calcium deposits at a molecular level. When you come back, you'll notice the stains look lighter, almost faded. Now flush. In many cases, they disappear completely without scrubbing. But what if the stains are older and thicker? That's where the second hack comes in, and this one feels almost too simple to be real. Baking soda and vinegar together. After removing excess water, sprinkle a generous amount of baking soda all over the stained areas. Don't be shy. Then pour vinegar slowly over it. You'll see fizzing. That fizz is a chemical reaction breaking apart the mineral buildup. Let it bubble and sit for at least 1 hour. The longer it sits, the better it works. After that, a light swipe with a toilet brush. Not aggressive scrubbing, just a gentle swipe, and flush. You'll be shocked at how easily the residue lifts off. Now, let's talk about a method that most people are afraid to try, but works incredibly well. Pumice stone. But wait, before you panic, you have to use it correctly. A pumice stone designed specifically for toilet cleaning is safe on porcelain when wet. The key is to soak both the stone and the toilet surface with water first. Never use it dry. Gently rub the stone over the stain in circular motions. You're not scraping hard, you're letting the porous stone grind away the mineral layer. Because pumice is softer than porcelain, it won't scratch if used properly. In under 5 minutes, even stubborn rings start fading dramatically. Now, here's the trick that surprised Mark in Arizona the most: citric acid. You can buy citric acid powder online or at many grocery stores. This is the same acid found in lemons, but concentrated. Remove excess water, Pour a few tablespoons directly onto the stains and let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes. Citric acid is incredibly powerful against calcium buildup. When he tried this, the thick ring that had survived months of scrubbing literally wiped away with minimal effort. It looked like a brand new bowl. But we're not done yet, because I promised you no scrubbing. So here's a trick that requires almost zero effort. Use denture cleaning tablets. Yes, the same tablets people use to clean dentures. Drop 2 or 3 into the toilet bowl, especially near the stained areas. Let them fizz and dissolve for a few hours, preferably overnight. These tablets contain mild acids and effervescent agents that break down mineral stains gently but effectively. In the morning, flush. You'll notice a dramatic difference. Now, let's talk prevention, because removing stains is one thing, but stopping them from coming back is the real secret. If you live in a hard water area like parts of Texas, Nevada, or Arizona, consider installing a water softener. A water softener removes calcium and magnesium from your water supply. That means no new mineral deposits forming every single day. If installing a full system isn't possible, at least use a monthly vinegar soak method. Once a month, pour vinegar into the tank and bowl, let it sit for an hour, then flush. This keeps buildup from forming thick layers again. Another prevention trick most people ignore is drying the bowl occasionally. After cleaning, wipe the inside rim and waterline with a microfiber cloth. When minerals don't get a chance to dry and harden repeatedly, they're much less likely to form thick, crusty rings. Now, I want you to imagine something. Imagine lifting your toilet lid tomorrow morning and seeing a bright, smooth, glossy porcelain surface. No brown rings, no chalky buildup, no embarrassment when guests come over. That's what these methods can do if you follow them exactly as I explained. And here's something important. Never mix vinegar with bleach. That combination creates toxic fumes. If you've used a bleach-based cleaner recently, rinse thoroughly before using vinegar or any acid method. Safety first, always. By now, you're probably thinking, okay, but which method should I try first? If your stains are light to moderate, start with warm vinegar. If they're thick and crusty, go straight to citric acid. If you want instant visible results and don't mind light effort, use a wet pumice stone carefully. And if you want a set it and forget it method, denture cleaning tablets overnight are perfect. The reason these methods work in 5 minutes or less of active effort is because you're not fighting the stains physically, you're dissolving them chemically. That's the shift in mindset most homeowners never realize. Scrubbing harder isn't smarter. Breaking down minerals is smarter. In the next part, I'm going to share a powerful hidden tank hack that most people never think about, and it might be the reason your stains keep coming back no matter how much you clean. Trust me, you don't want to miss that, because once you see what's happening inside your toilet tank, everything will make sense. Now, let's pick up exactly where we left off, because what I'm about to show you is the hidden reason your hard water stains keep coming back, even after you clean the bowl perfectly. Most people focus only on what they can see inside the toilet bowl, but they completely ignore what's happening inside the tank. And if you skip this step, I promise you, those brown or chalky rings will slowly return no matter how many times you use vinegar, baking soda, or citric acid. Here's what most homeowners in the United States don't realize. Every time you flush, water rushes from the tank into the bowl. If your tank is filled with mineral-rich hard water, it's constantly feeding new calcium and magnesium into the bowl. That means you could clean the bowl today, make it shine like brand new, and within weeks, the buildup starts forming again. It's not because your cleaning method failed, it's because the source of the problem was never treated. So here's the hidden tank hack that changes everything. Turn off the water supply valve behind your toilet. Flush to empty the tank. Once the tank is mostly empty, look inside. In many older homes across states like Florida, Texas, and Nevada, you'll actually see white crust forming around the waterline inside the tank. That crust is pure mineral buildup. If you don't dissolve it, it keeps shedding particles into your bowl every single day. Now, here's what you do. Pour 1 to 2 cups of white vinegar directly into the tank. Not the bowl, the tank. Let it sit there for at least 1 hour. If the buildup is heavy, let it sit overnight. The vinegar will gently dissolve the mineral deposits inside the tank without damaging the internal components. After soaking, turn the water back on and flush a couple of times. What you've just done is cut off the stain supply at its source. But wait, if you want to supercharge this method, here's an upgrade most people never try. Instead of just vinegar, use citric acid in the tank as well. Add about half a cup of citric acid powder to the tank water and let it dissolve. This is especially powerful in cities with extremely hard water. It works faster and more aggressively on thick mineral crust. After an hour, flush. The inside of your tank will look dramatically cleaner, and that means fewer new stains forming in your bowl. Now let's talk about another method that feels almost unbelievable but works incredibly well, using hydrogen peroxide. If you can get 3% hydrogen peroxide from a local grocery store, pour about 1 cup into the bowl after lowering the water level slightly. Let it sit for 30 minutes. Hydrogen peroxide not only helps lighten stains, but also kills bacteria and removes discoloration. It's a double benefit solution, especially if your stains have a yellow tint. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Sometimes what looks like hard water stains is actually iron buildup. If you live in parts of the Midwest or rural areas where well water is common, iron can create reddish-brown stains that look almost rust-like. Regular vinegar might struggle with that. In those cases, a product specifically designed for iron stains or even a stronger citric acid soak works better. The key is identifying whether your stain is chalky white, calcium, brown crusty ring, calcium plus dirt, or reddish, iron. Now, I want to share a 5-minute emergency method. Imagine guests are coming over in 1 hour. You lift the toilet lid and see a noticeable ring. No time for overnight soaking. Here's what you do. Lower the water level. Pour warm vinegar directly over the ring. Immediately sprinkle baking soda on top. Let it fizz intensely for 10 to 15 minutes. Then take a wet pumice stone and lightly glide it over the loosened stain. Because the acid already softened the minerals, the pumice will remove the rest quickly. Flush. In under 5 minutes of active effort, your toilet looks presentable again. But we're not done. Let's talk about something most people never think about: the toilet rim jets. Under the rim of your toilet bowl are small holes where water flows out during a flush. Over time, mineral deposits clog these jets. When that happens, water doesn't flow evenly. It trickles down instead of rushing. That weak flow causes uneven staining and buildup around the bowl. Here's how to fix it. Take a small mirror and look under the rim. If you see crust blocking those holes, soak paper towels in vinegar and press them under the rim. Leave them there for an hour. The vinegar dissolves the blockage. Remove the towels, flush, and you'll notice a stronger, cleaner flush pattern. That stronger flow helps prevent future stains. Now, let's address something important. A lot of people are tempted to use harsh chemical cleaners with strong acids like hydrochloric acid. Yes, they work fast, but over time, they can damage porcelain glaze and even corrode plumbing components. The methods I'm showing you are safer, cheaper, and just as effective when used properly. You don't need industrial chemicals. You need patience and the right technique. Another powerful preventative trick is using a monthly maintenance routine. Once a month before bed, pour 1 cup of vinegar into the bowl and 1 cup into the tank. Let both sit overnight. In the morning, flush twice. This prevents heavy buildup from ever forming again. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Small maintenance prevents major problems. Now, let's go back to Mark in Arizona for a second. After cleaning both his bowl and tank using vinegar and citric acid, he noticed something interesting. The stains stopped returning as quickly as before. Before, they came back within 2 weeks. After cleaning the tank, it took months before he saw even a faint ring. That's the power of treating the root cause instead of just the symptom. And here's one last tip that most people overlook. Avoid using those blue chemical drop-in tablets inside the tank long-term. They might make the water look clean, but many of them can damage rubber seals and internal parts over time. Instead, stick to natural acid cleaning methods once a month. At this point, you now know more about removing hard water stains than most homeowners. You understand why they form. You know how to dissolve them without scrubbing aggressively. You know how to clean the tank to stop the cycle. And you know how to prevent them from coming back. But in the final part, I'm going to reveal a powerful long-term solution that can completely eliminate hard water problems throughout your entire bathroom, not just the toilet.
If you've ever struggled with crusty shower heads, cloudy glass doors, or sink buildup, that final section is going to connect everything together in a way that makes total sense. Stay with me because the best part is coming next.
Now, this is the part where everything connects. Because up until now, we've been removing stains, preventing stains, cleaning the bowl, cleaning the tank, unclogging rim jets. But what if I told you there's a long-term solution that can reduce hard water problems, not just in your toilet, but in your entire bathroom? This is the part most homeowners ignore for years, and once they fix it, they wonder why they didn't do it sooner. Hard water doesn't just affect your toilet bowl. It affects your shower head, your faucets, your glass shower doors, your washing machine, even your water heater. Those crusty white spots on chrome fixtures, same minerals. That cloudy film on your glass shower door, same minerals. That reduced water pressure over time, again, mineral buildup. The toilet bowl is just the most visible warning sign. If you live in states like Texas, Arizona, Nevada, parts of California, or even areas in the Midwest with well water, chances are your water hardness level is high. And here's the truth. If your water is consistently hard, cleaning the toilet bowl is only a temporary fix unless you reduce mineral content at the source. Now, I'm not saying you need to spend thousands immediately, but let me explain your options clearly so you can decide what makes sense for your home. The most effective long-term solution is installing a whole house water softener system. A water softener removes calcium and magnesium before the water even reaches your pipes. That means every flush, every shower, every faucet flow is mineral-reduced water. Less mineral content means dramatically less buildup. People who install water softeners often notice something shocking within weeks. Their toilets stay cleaner longer, their glass showers stay clearer, and they use less soap because soft water lathers better. But maybe you're renting. Maybe you're not ready for a full system. That's okay. There's a smaller step that still makes a difference. You can install a point-of-use water filter specifically for bathroom fixtures. While these don't remove as much hardness as a full softener, they reduce sediment and some mineral concentration. Even that slight reduction slows down stain formation. And here's another overlooked strategy that costs almost nothing: routine descaling maintenance. Instead of waiting for visible rings to form, schedule a 10-minute monthly routine. First week of every month, lower the toilet water levels slightly, pour in warm vinegar or citric acid, let it sit for an hour, flush. Then pour 1 cup into the tank and let that sit for an hour too. That's it. That simple monthly reset prevents thick layers from ever bonding to porcelain again. Think about it like this. Removing a light film is easy. Removing a 1-year-old crust layer is hard. The goal is prevention, not rescue. Now, I want to paint a picture for you. Imagine 6 months from now. Your bathroom still looks bright. You lift the toilet lid and there's no ring. Guests use your bathroom and you don't feel that tiny moment of embarrassment. You're not buying harsh chemical cleaners every month. You're not scrubbing aggressively. You're not frustrated. That's what happens when you combine removal plus tank cleaning plus prevention. And here's something important most people never realize. Hard water stains aren't a sign that your home is dirty. They're a sign that your water has minerals. Even the cleanest homes in the United States struggle with this issue. So if you've been feeling frustrated or embarrassed about those stains, understand this: it's chemistry, not cleanliness. Now, let's quickly recap everything so it locks in your mind clearly. If stains are light, use warm vinegar and let it sit properly. If stains are thick, use citric acid for stronger dissolving power. If you need fast, visible results, gently use a wet pumice stone after softening the minerals. If you want a zero-effort overnight trick, drop in denture cleaning tablets. If stains keep returning, clean the tank. That's the hidden source. If you want long-term prevention, consider a water softener or monthly descaling. And never mix acids with bleach. Safety always comes first. By following these exact steps, you're not just cleaning a toilet bowl, you're understanding the science behind the problem and controlling it. Now, imagine how many people are still aggressively scrubbing right now, thinking they just need to push harder. Meanwhile, you know the smarter way. Dissolve, don't destroy. And before we close this video, I want to say something important. If this helped you even a little, if you learned just one trick that made sense, don't keep it to yourself. There are thousands of homeowners across the US fighting the exact same problem. Share this video with someone who complains about hard water stains. Send it to that friend who thinks they need a new toilet when all they need is the right method. Because here's the truth, you don't need a plumber, you don't need to replace your toilet, you don't need expensive chemicals. You just needed the right strategy. And if you want more simple, powerful, no-scrub cleaning hacks that actually work in real American homes, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications. I break down the science, the shortcuts, and the hidden tricks most people overlook. Step by step, no fluff, no gimmicks. Drop a comment below and tell me which method you're trying first, vinegar, citric acid, or the overnight tablet trick. I read every comment. Until next time, keep your bathroom fresh, keep your cleaning smart, and remember, work smarter, not harder. I'll see you in the next video.